Hi, welcome to the newest episode of Jab India Meets Korea. Oh, where we talk about so many interesting facts, interesting things, and diverse world of Korea and how Indians are getting into it. What is the impact of Korean culture, K-pop drama, movies, and so many things on Indian youth nowadays and how it's going into our newest lifestyle. So, what do you think today's topic is? Oh, did I already say that? Oh, okay. Today's topic is none other than food. From its humble origin to its modern adaptations, Korean food is a celebration of vibrant ingredients, great flavors, and a rich cultural heritage. You would find every different kind of things in here, and Korea have so many vibrant different ingredients. So today we are going to talk about a little bit of history, a lot about ingredients and taste, as well as how and what defines the Korean cuisine. So whether you are like a seasoned and already a fan of Korean food, or whether you are just trying to explore more about Korean food now, or you are still not into Korean food, but after watching this episode, you will be definitely into the Korean food. Are you not interested? I am. So let me introduce you to today's guest. Ooh. Hi, so as we talked about, today's topic is everyone's favorite. What is it? Food. Oh my god, it's like I already want to eat something. Oh. So for this topic, we really brought an amazing guest to talk about. She is going to go through everything and she knows a lot about food, which I don't know about. So let's introduce our guest. Hi Shikha, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Nidhi?
I'm doing great. So everybody, we brought Shikha Shetty. She is also known as Chief Foodie Officer. You might be knowing her from that page, which is so popular. Let's hear from her what she wants to tell us. Hey Shikha, do you wanna give a quick introduction? How are you doing? Who are you for the people who do not know you?
Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to be talking to Nidhi today. And I'm Shikha Shetty, also known as the Chief Foodie Officer. And like the name goes, my page is all about food. So it's about cooking, restaurant reviews, and just about everything. And I am super excited to be talking to Nidhi all about food today.
It's all about food. I'm like already hungry. I just ate before the podcast so that I won't feel any hungry, but I'm already like, oh, there are so many interesting topics which are going to come out.
And I'm sure with the naming of various dishes and everything, you're going to go to your kitchen and make something really soon. I'm sure about that.
So let's talk or ask you the basic question. What is food to you? What does food mean to you?
Food to me is life. I think food is such an essential part of everybody's life, and it has such a connection that even if you're talking to anybody, okay, the question is, where do you want to go eat? I mean, so food is life, and I just think we humans exist to eat.
That is so true. So a lot of people, they say that food is just for living life and like हमें रहना है जीने के लिए लगता है kind of a thing, but for me it's like I make money to eat delicious food. I exercise to eat delicious food.
Right,
I want to burn more calories so that I can eat more food. That's my goal.
Definitely. So I think while I'm saying food is life, it has to be balanced in a very nice way wherein you're feeding your body with the right kind of nourishment.
That's true.
So that's what I truly believe.
That's true. When we talk about nourishment, I'm really not sure if all Indian food is like totally high nourished food, but it is so tasty. And talking about Indian food, one of my next question is, what is your favorite Indian food?
My favorite all-time Indian food is vada pav.
So, like, I understand that you already said that food is your life and you really into food. So what is that inspired you to write the blog or become a food blogger? What made you go into the food blogging?
So this is a very interesting story that I'm going to quickly sum it up.
Okay.
So I've done my MBA in marketing. I picked up a job. I was working with a retail organization, fashion and retail organization. and I was doing a proper 9 to 5 corporate job. Was very happy. There was no regrets. It was just like,
Uh-huh.
mechanical. Get up in the morning, go to work, come back. But I come from a family of hoteliers. So in Mumbai, Shetties are known for their restaurants, etc., etc. So my dad's always associated with it, and I was always inclined to doing something in the food space. So along with my corporate job, I just randomly started. I opened an account, thought of this name, and just started posting pictures, and slowly, just kept building up. So
Uh-huh.
I started doing restaurant reviews. Obviously, during COVID, restaurants were shut, and then I was like, okay, what is this? So whatever used to be made at home, I used to do my quick, easy recipes and keep posting it. And
Wow.
in a span of 2 3 years, it just picked up, and to a point wherein I couldn't balance between my corporate job and my blog. So I
Ooh.
obviously chose my passion, and today my passion has been converted into my profession. So
That's
yes,
the best thing ever, like
exactly right.
converting passion into a profession is the best thing
Right,
ever. Again,
right,
like one of the things which we can learn, which I really want to cover, is you have to start. If you like something, you have to start.
definitely.
You are not going to get famous like within a day or two, but if you keep doing it, sometime you would get famous into
So
that.
I also think, along with passion, a very important, since it's all about food, a very important ingredient is consistency.
Yes.
Because I just
Yes.
think that if you're not
Karte raho.
consistent, karte raho, because
Karte raho.
there was not a single day wherein I left my blog unattended.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't have content, I got up at 7 o'clock in the morning to bloody cook a pizza, but I never left it unattended, which is
Pizza.
reality.
I
So I
want to
think
eat pizza.
consistency is the key.
Oh my God. Now we are talking about like the food. And since I am living in Korea, one of the thing which is one of the biggest tourist attraction in Korea is food. Like Korea is famous for its soju, its nightlife, it's a lot of BBQ. I know all the Korean words and I'm a little bit bad in English naming of Korean food,
No, you
but
can go ahead, because even I obviously I do not know all of it, because not been to
like
Korea or not.
bibimbap,
Yes,
jjigae, and kimbap and all of that. It's like it's tteokbokki, it's
kimchi.
famous for those things, and how we cannot talk about that. So since you are a food blogger, have you got a chance to get acquainted with Korean food ever?
Yes, so very interestingly, I did a Korean series on my page.
Really?
So I just,
Ooh.
yes, and I picked up like 3 dishes, and
Okay.
I did like a trial error. And surprisingly, the Indian audience loved it. So I'm going to share links with you. I
Good.
tried the Korean pancakes, which were so easy. Yes, I did.
Hotdog, that's called hotdog in Korea.
Okay, I wouldn't know the traditional name and what it's
That's
called.
fine.
Apart from that, I tried the Korean corn cheese, and that was to die for. So,
Oh,
yes, I just realized that though the names, like you said, are complicated, but
yeah, a little.
the recipes that I made were not that complicated. So I enjoyed making the braised potatoes. I enjoyed making Korean pancakes, and surprisingly, they have become like a go-to at my place. So whenever we have like these veggies and all, they're like, okay, quickly just make Korean pancakes instead, because I think that's a little healthier version than the ready-made pancake mixture and whatever. So it's wholesome Korean pancakes that I'm talking about. It's wholesome. It's good nourishment, because you make it with good veggies like bell peppers and your purple cabbage and everything. So I enjoyed making it, and I am on my way to explore a lot more. So yeah.
So, I just want to know, are you a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian?
I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, so you're going to explore a lot more like the veg food of
Yeah.
Korea.
My veg take on Korean food.
Veg take on Korean. A lot like before 7 years ago, I was a vegetarian when I was in India and I came here
Oh,
as a vegetarian. But 7 years ago, 8 years ago, Korea was not that much accessible to vegetarians. So it was most of the times I did not know what to eat. So I used to go to like just have bibimbap or go there and tell them to remove like even I did not even eat eggs. So like remove eggs and try to do that. And that was a little bit hard. I kind of lost 8 kilos within 3 months.
Wow.
because it was hard to survive. But then once I get to know the language, it's like, okay, I can have sandwiches and I can go there and have little bit of sandwich. But nowadays,
so I would just like to add to something, like you said, 8 years back. If you compare 8 years versus today, what I feel is that Indians today here have got so much exposure, obviously, because K-drama and everything. So people have got a lot of inspiration, and people, because of OTT platforms, have started, the way they decorate it fancily, the aesthetics of it. Indians want to explore more. So I just think if there's a proper Korean show, people will be hooked onto it in India and sit and recreate all those recipes.
I know, right? Maybe we should make something.
Definitely, we should. And I think before you come to India, I'm going to land up at Korea.
Come here. That is so interesting. I don't know. I have like so many places I'm thinking right now to take you there and like, okay, let's eat this and later that kind of a thing. So Korea you said like you kind of tried a couple of foods. Have you ever tried like their ramen? I heard like India also have the noodles.
Yes,
vegetarian noodles.
I did. So I can't recollect the name, but I dropped in at a supermarket just next to my house, and there was an entire stack of ramen. Okay, and it had different, obviously I couldn't read because they were exported.
You can tell me the color of the
red color.
I know.
And I'll tell you the entire story because it's very interesting. So obviously it was red color, and the packet said it's super spicy. It was written in bold, super spicy. And I thought this is good content for my page. So what I did was I went to the supermarket, picked up that packet, and I went live on my Instagram, and I said that, okay, these are like these Korean ramen thing, and it's written super spicy. Why not try them? And literally it was so spicy that my eyes were watering. It was that. So it was very easy to make it because you just had to mix the veggies, the masala and the noodles. So it was extremely simple to make it. And I love spicy food, but it gave me a tough time. My stomach was on fire. My eyes were watering. But I'm telling you what, so I have my own permutation combination. So I get that packet. It's not that I've stopped getting it because the flavor.
Just add half of it. Don't add the whole soup. Then if you really want, you can like try to. I like to experiment a lot. So sometimes I even get like the Korean ramen and add Maggi masala in it. And
why not? Yes.
Yeah,
so
I just
talking about the Maggi masala, there was this trend that was on social media of the Korean ramen, wherein you had to just pour hot sizzling sauce oil on it and mix it. So that's again something that I had incorporated in the Korean food week that I had done. So I'm on a way of experimenting. So if you follow my page, you will see a lot more of Korean food.
I would do. I'll definitely do. And I know that a lot of people who are here, they are also going to do it. So you mentioned that a lot of dramas and those Korean movies are making people wanting to try. I was just researching about this, and in 2020 or 2021's research, it showed that one of the Korean company who was sending all these noodles in India, their sales went up, or their import of noodles went up by 370%.
370, that's crazy.
That much people in India are liking all the noodles, and I want to introduce them to like more food for vegetarians as well. Like I know bibimbap is already there, where they add like rice and a lot of vegetables in it, and Korean bean paste, and you just mix it and eat it. Oh my god, that's really, really good. But Korea also has this high and deep culture of kimchi, which they are trying to export everywhere. They did not have.
But to add on to this, when you mentioned kimchi, surprisingly, I went on a hunt for kimchi because I wanted to add them in my fried rice. Till date, India doesn't have. So you get the bottled one. If you go to any, I'm not obviously naming departmental stores or whatever in India. If you go to any departmental store, you don't get the ready-made kimchi. And literally, I took like 2 hours to search. So I think all this is in the next 2 or 3 years, it's logistic wise and everything, it is going to set pace.
It's gonna come, yes. So one of the problem with the kimchi is like kimchi is fermented cabbage or strips that they ferment for a long time. So when they are sending it to different countries, it changes the taste, because if it's not stored properly, then they have like a special refrigerator that people have in their homes in Korea, that where they just store different kind of kimchi. That's totally, I would add like one of the picture on the top. So they also have the pots in front of my house. They are having all those pots. Every winter, my owner, she comes down and she is like taking out all the kimchi and she gives some of them to me. That's nice of her.
That's the first thing I'm going to come to Korea and do, is have kimchi.
Yeah, now they are trying to even make like vegetarian kimchi, which I did not know. Like generally kimchi has a fish oil in it, but still like now they are trying a lot more with the vegetarian one, because like Korea is also going all vegan. The trend of vegan is coming to Korea as well. So let's see like what they are going to bring. So you mentioned like there is spicy food in that they have, but Korea just does not have the spicy food. They have spicy, they have a lot of salty food as well. Like a lot of my foreign friends, not from India, the other foreign friends from Western countries, they feel like Korea is so much salty. And my friends from Europe, they are like, they complain sometimes that Korean bread or everything is so sweet. So even garlic bread in Korea is sweet. That's great for me.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm very inquisitive to know something. What is like a Korean dessert that people have over there? Like in India, we all know it's jalebi and gulab jamun and all of that. But you know, what is that dessert, or what is the sweet kind of a tradition for Korean people? Like I'm just very inquisitive to know about this.
It totally depends on the season, actually. So if it's like summer, they have something called pinsu. So it's like shaved ice, and they add like a milk, sweetened milk on it with the red bean paste. It's really tasty. Or sometimes they also add like matcha, which is like a green paste on it. They also have strawberry one, they have mango pingsu, they have a lot of pingsu for summer. And for winter, right now it's winter, right? So in winter they have like red bean fish cake. So again, like the name is fish, but it does not have any fish, it's all vegetarian. So it's shaped like fish. That's why they call it like fish cake. So it's like from the outside, it's like pancake, but inside they have really hot and really nice red bean. It's really, really good. This time, like my friends came, and a lot of people are also having the rice cake at the end.
I've heard about it.
Yeah. So they make it a little bit sweet. So it has that chewy feeling because it's rice cake, and they make it really chewy, and it's also awesome. It's awesome. And nowadays, like we were talking about all the health conscious people, right? And Korea is also really health conscious when it comes to girls. So they are also trying to make much of dietary.
The Korean girls are so thin and petite. They gave competition to India. Like they are like, it's like, awesome. Look at you. They're perfect.
Thank you for the compliment. I'm not perfect, but I like to exercise, but they put a lot of efforts in it. They really do. So in Korea, like in here, one of the biggest difference I feel like in here, we walk a lot. In India, if you want to even want to go 200 meters, now we would take our bike. It's like, chal beta gaadi ke upar. Like, yes. Mama, it's 200 meters. Let's just walk. So they walk a lot, and they really do go on diets and everything, and they really care about how they look. But not everybody is like that. They love food, and the evening culture is like the night culture, we call it. That's like the one of the biggest thing. So in India, like how we go to one restaurant in the evening, and then after we are done, we are like, okay, theek hai, chalo, tata, bye-bye kind of a thing. But in here, it's like round one. The first is the round one. When you eat, you can eat like tteokbokki, whatever the actual meal. Then if it's like 9 or something, then they go to round 2 to eat more and drink more.
Oh, that's interesting.
So in the second place, they don't eat that much. They eat like side dishes, a lot of side, like small dishes, and then they go and drink more. And then it also gives like, because they are eating slowly, they eat slowly, they don't eat like
and the round 2, round 1, everything is in different places, so
it's a totally different restaurant. Yes, bar, restaurant, totally different thing. And the third one, then again, if there are anybody who is really wanting to go, then they also go to karaoke. So whatever they have eaten, by singing, it's all coming out, the dance and everything. So it's like coming out. It's like, okay, you already did exercise. So it's like a lot of like that. And this culture is there not just for the old people, but from the young generation till the old generation. And younger you are, people do it more.
How cool. So that's like a perfect night that they want to actually enjoy going to different restaurants, getting the vibe of every restaurant, and doing something different in every restaurant.
Yes. And Korea is like considered one of the 5 most safest country in the world. It's in top 5. So like everywhere they have CCTVs and everything. So it's a lot more safer. And even the girls, they feel a lot more safe. I feel safe. So we just go out till 1 or 2 sometimes, not that often, but still in India, we cannot think about that. But in here, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
And
in India, there are certain restrictions and, you need somebody to escort you. So we're still a little careful that way, especially parents and everything are little this thing. But that's so good to know. Yeah, I would love to now with the food, I'm going to add Korean nightlife also to my list.
Do that. Korean nightlife, there is like next time I really want to cover, because we cannot cover food in one episode. But next time I want to cover like the Korean street food. They have like a big street. We call it Shijang. And you go there and all the people, they are sitting right next to each other and you can go and eat all the food. And it's so awesome. It looks so awesome. It has to be like, I would show you a totally different episode for that. But today, I guess like we are talking about a lot of Korean food that I wanted to introduce and you wanted to know. And since we already like almost hit our limit, so I guess like we would be talking till here. Then the last question. If you have one last meal, what would you choose? If you can just have one meal.
Dosa chutney.
Your last meal would be dosa chutney?
Yeah, like since I'm a South Indian, for me, I can never get bored of dosa chutney, and that would be, I can have that 10 times a day. So it's dosa chutney. And coming to, if I have to choose, if you give me an option to choose between Korean something from the little I've tried,
sure,
it has to be Korean pancakes. I mean, they are yum. I can have them 10 times a day. So yes.
No, but like dosa is considered really healthy food.
Right.
Different parts and a lot, because it's the thin nature of it and it's rava, it's made of that, and the chutney is like coconut chutney. It's good for your health. It's good for your hairs, and if you have it, it does not make your stomach go bad, and it's not high in calories.
Definitely.
One food I want to introduce to Koreans would be dosa chutney, I guess.
Yes, you should.
We would never end this whole podcast. So this would be the end for today. You have to tune in for next episode so that
I'm all in.
I got her. I have a whole evidence that she said she's all in for the next one.
Yes.
Thank you so much to be here. It was really nice to have you on the show. I'm going to invite you one more time and you have to come.
Definitely. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and talking to me and taking out your time. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Same here. So have a good evening. I will talk to you next time.
Likewise. Yeah. Yes. Bye, guys. See you.
Bye, guys. See you next time. Please subscribe before you leave so that you would know the new updates and the new notifications that we are going to keep updating. And also share with your friends so that they can also watch something good, right? So see you next time. See you.